So, we are going to continue our reading of the Bible together. I am not like at the death and resurrection of Jesus. This is just where I'm at. So, we're going to continue there. So, right now, I am in Matthew 14. And we're going to start with the death of John the Baptist. At the time, Herod the Tetrarch heard of the fame of Jesus and said unto his servants, This is John the Baptist. He is risen from the dead, and therefore mighty works do show forth themselves in him. For Herod had laid hold on John and bound him and put him in prison for Herodias' sake, his brother Philip's wife. For John said unto him, It is not lawful for thee to have her. And when he would have put him to death, he feared the multitude because they counted him as a prophet. But then Herod's birthday was kept, and the daughter of Herodias danced before them and pleased Herod. Whereupon he promised with an oath to give her whatsoever she would ask. And she, being before instructed of her mother, said, Give me here John Baptist's head in a charger. And the king was sorry. Nevertheless, for the oath's sake, and them which sat with him at meat, he commanded it to be given to her. And he sent and beheaded John in the prison. And his head was brought in a charger and given to the damsel, and she brought it to her mother. And his disciples came and took up the body and buried it and went and told Jesus. Wow. I didn't know that that's how John the Baptist died. What an awful death. You know, I'm just reading the Bible for myself. This is my first time reading the Bible all the way through. And I feel like, I've been told that a lot of people, a lot of servants of the Lord have died very terrible deaths. Like nobody dies in a very pleasant manner. And, you know what? I don't think I'm going to highlight anything from that section. You know, I talked about this a little bit yesterday about people, they talk about why good things happen. Not why good things, but why bad things happen to good people. And something that we have to remember is that God can't control free will. I mean, this lady had it out for him. And she set this all up so that he would die. She had her daughter dance, knew that it would please the king, had her daughter ask because she knew how that would go. She was like, ask him for his head. And she did. And there it was. I mean, God can't stop people from doing what they want to do. It's free will. But wow, I had no idea that John the Baptist died that way. All right, the next section is Jesus feeds more than 5,000. When Jesus heard of it, he departed thence by ship into a desert place apart. And when the people had heard thereof, they followed him on foot of the cities. And Jesus went forth and saw a great multitude, and was moved with compassion toward them, and he healed their sick. And when it was evening, his disciples came to him, saying, This is a desert place, and the time is now past. Send the multitude away, that they may go unto the villages and buy themselves victuals. But Jesus said unto them, They need not depart, give ye them to eat. And they say to him, We have here but 5 loaves and 2 fishes. And he said, Bring them hither to me. He commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass, and took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes. And looking up to heaven, he blessed and broke and gave the loaves to his disciples, and the disciples to the multitude. And they did all eat, and were filled, and they took up of the fragments that remained 12 baskets full. And they that had eaten were about 5,000 men, besides women and children. So from this section, what can we gather? Jesus fed more than 5,000 people. Jesus can do anything, right? I think sometimes we forget that just how powerful Jesus and God are. Who else do you know that could take 5 loaves and 2 fishes and feed over 5,000 people? I don't know anybody that could do that. Jesus performed a lot of miracles, and we're blessed to be able to read about them. And actually, I'm going to take a second to highlight that. I mean, it even says that they had leftovers when we started out with 5 fish, or no, it was 5 loaves and 2 fish. They even had 12 baskets left over. If Jesus can do that, what can he not do in your life? And also it talks about how he healed the sick. And I'm a firm believer that healing belongs to us, and that we can ask for healing if we need it. All right, the next section is Jesus walks on the sea. And straightway Jesus constrained his disciples to get into a ship and to go before him onto the other side, while he sent the multitudes away. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up unto a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary. And in the 4th watch of the night, Jesus went unto them, walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It is a spirit, and they cried out for fear. But straightway Jesus spoke unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me to come unto thee on the water. And he said, Come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him, and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? And when they were come into the ship, the wind ceased. Then they that were in the ship came and worshipped him, saying, Of a truth, thou art the Son of God. Hi, Stormy. Hi, Stephanie. Okay, so from this section, because I like to highlight something out of each section, oops, sorry. Forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb before I started doing this. Okay. So we're going to highlight verse 30. When he saw the wind was boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, cried, saying, The Lord, save me. And you know what? We're going to highlight 31 as well. And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, where didst thou doubt? I have certainly... Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You could tell I'm a big fan of pink. My Bible is pink. My highlighter is pink. Pink tips. Okay. So for this section, I try to remind myself all the time, right, that we have to put our faith over our fear. So we can find ourselves in times like this, right? Like right now, I'm currently in a time of where I'm taking a leap of faith. And you could say that Peter was taking a leap of faith here. He was literally walking on water. But why did he start to sink? Because he started to doubt. And so I'm trying to remember that too. Like right now, I'm in a season of transitioning. I took a big leap of faith. I moved to a new city to pursue what I feel like God has asked me to do with my life. And there are times when doubt starts to creep in, and I try to remind myself that if this was not God's plan, the amount of doors that he has opened for me already in this move, like if this was not God's plan, I wouldn't be seeing all the things that I'm seeing. So I try to ground myself and I remember that the Lord did not give us the spirit of fear. He did not. So whenever you start to feel fearful, you have to ask yourself why. Why is it that you're feeling fearful? Is the devil trying to stop you from doing what God has called you to do? Stephanie said, I have a question if you want to know. Yes, ma'am. Please ask away. But yeah, even Jesus reached out and said, "Why did you doubt?" And I know it can be hard not to doubt. Happens to me all the time. But I try to remember. What is your favorite snack? Okay. My favorite snack. That is a good question. My favorite snack. That's hard. Okay. Well, you know what? We'll do like a two-parter. If we're talking sweet snack, ice cream. 100%. And I love strawberry ice cream. Not just because it's pink, but I like the flavor. But if we're going salty, I'm a hot Cheetos girl. But anywho, back to um back to this. Ooh, Takis! Takis are bomb. Actually, Takis probably used to be my favorite. I'm not even gonna lie. Takis are chef's kiss. But I like the original flavor. The blue ones are okay. But yeah, Takis, thebomb.com, my friend. But yeah. So remember, fear not, don't doubt. And yes, the red ones are the best. All right, the last section is Jesus heals the sick. And when they were gone over, they came into the land of, I don't know how to pronounce that, Gennesaret. And when the men of that place had knowledge of him, they sent out into all the country round about and brought unto him all that were diseased and besought him that they might only touch the hem of his garment. As many as touched were made perfectly whole. So, for this section, I actually didn't even know that this section was in here. Like I said, I'm reading the Bible for the first time all the way through. And so Jesus heals the sick. And I even mentioned this before because there was a mention of him healing in verse 14. That Jesus has the power to heal all of us. And here, it talks about their faith being so great that they just had to touch the hem of his garment. They didn't think he even needed to do anything. Like he didn't need to speak over them. He didn't need to lay hands on them or pray for them. They're like, if I could just touch the hem of his garment, then I will be healed. That is the kind of faith that we need to have. If you are faced with any sort of difficulty, they say, faith like a child. Faith like a child, and you will be able to have, another verse. Ask and thy shalt receive, seek and ye shall find, knock and the door will be opened. We just have to tap into these powers that really God has bestowed on us once we have received the Holy Spirit. Hey! I just read your comment, Stephanie. I love your Bible because it's pink and my favorite color is pink. Twinning. I'm giving you a little virtual high five. Yes. One of the things that I love about this Bible too, this is a My Creative Bible, and if you never heard of My Creative Bible, they I haven't done it in a while. In fact, I left all my coloring supplies at home, but it actually has like sections of the Bible that you can color. And I actually colored quite a bit in this Bible. And there's the next section that I colored. I actually find it quite relaxing to color in this Bible. I haven't really... You have like and then like when you start getting into the reading section, there'll be like big pictures like this, and then there'll be like things on the side of the Bible reading. But I really like it, and I like that it has what was I gonna say? Oh, I like that it also has like sections for like journaling. It has like these little dotted lines. I haven't actually used any of that. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a little OCD about writing in my Bible. Like I mean, if I use a pencil, it'll probably be all right. But like, I don't know, I just think about like, if I'm gonna make this note, it has to be a good note, a note that I'll be happy to keep in my Bible forever. Yay! Thanks, Stephanie. Yes, we're twins. Um, I I don't have an Instagram for my Bible time, but if anybody wants to like follow me and become like Christian friends and support each other, you totally can. My Instagram is underscore Davina Shea. And hold on. That is how you spell Davina Shea. I know it's in cursive, but it's like, oh, I can't have Instagram? What? That's okay. That is okay. I know that there's a lot of people that stay off of social media, and honestly, I don't blame anybody because there's a lot of stuff on social media that. Oh, Stephanie. Yes, you don't need social media yet. Well, it's nice to meet you, twin. But anywho, I closed up my Bible and we're still here studying. Okay. So anyway, so that's the end of the chapter. And so I like to kind of close off the chapter with a specific verse we can talk over, like, but you don't. No, yeah. No, I won't. I won't. um, so I like to close off with a specific verse. Just something that you can walk away with, something that you can carry with you, something that maybe you can study over and think about. So if I had to pick a specific verse that I've highlighted during this reading, it's going to be verse 30 and 31 of here. And for those of you just joining, we're in Matthew. Thank you. I'm actually a little bit older than that. Sorry, Stephanie, I lost my train of thought again. Anyway, so the chapter that we're in, Matthew 14, verse 30, verse 31. When he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying to the Lord, "Save me." And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, "O thou of little faith, wherefore did thou doubt?" So, usually I leave you with one verse, but I'm going to leave you with two today. And yeah, I just want to encourage you to not be scared, to trust in the Lord, however he is leading you, whatever stage of life you're in, whether you're taking a leap of faith, whether you are maybe just beginning your walk with the Lord, that's okay. Jesus said, "Come as thou art," and he meets you where you are. But faith is so important. People wonder how it is that we can believe in something that we can't see. And my answer to that would be that I have felt God's presence in my life so many times. And God finds us in the little moments, not just the big ones, and I can look back on times in my life, testimony that I could share, where God has been so, so gracious to me. And maybe he didn't show up the way I asked him to, but he showed up. You know what I mean? Oh, yes, thank you. So the background, I gave you guys a nice little look there, little tapestry on my wall in my bedroom of a guitar and some butterflies. I'm actually a professional singer, which is crazy for me to actually say that. I've been singing my whole life, but that's actually been my leap of faith. is that I moved to a new city to pursue singing full time and to pursue making music for God. And sure, yeah, I can sing a song. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I'll sing the best one you could possibly have. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I am found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. Though we had no less days to sing God's praise, then we have already come. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And you know what? There's been many a people that have told me that I cannot sing, and for a second I believed them. And that's, probably one of the things that held me back too, is I really, the music industry is not nice to people. And I've had plenty of people tell me that I should give this up and, kind of slam the door in my face. And comes a time when you kind of want to give up. But again, I really had a time of like finding myself with God and chatting with him and talking with him and realizing that this is what he made me to do. This is what he made me to do. And to throw away the gift that he has given me would just be a tragedy and just something that I just cannot bring myself to do. I have to pursue what the Lord has put on my heart. And like I said earlier, he has blessed me. He has so blessed me, and I can see his hand in every step. Let me tell you guys something. Obedience is rewarded. When you obey and you do what God has asked you to do, he has provision put in place for the plan that he has for you. Could I sing Lush Life? Do I know that song? Hold on. Let me look it up. Let's see, what is Lush Life? And forgive me for not knowing that song. Oh, I know this song. I don't know if I've ever sang it before. I don't know if it's really on theme for what I'm doing here. That's cool though. Yeah, no, that's a good song. That's a good song. But you know what? It's not a bad idea. I should probably start singing some more in my live streams and just picking a Christian song each time. I actually have my own songs too. If anybody wants to listen to those, one of the songs near and dear to my heart that I recently released is called Fighter. So if you want to listen to that for some encouragement, it's really just about not letting the devil win, really. Like at the end of the day, we have choices that we have to make in this life. And we can either choose to let the world run us over, or we can choose to fight. We can choose to fight for what we want in life, for God's passion, for what God has put in to us that he wants us to do. We can fight for the life that we wish to have. It's called Fighter, like fighter. And yeah, it's by Davina Shea and Little Rain. I'll sing a little bit of it for you guys. Why not? No, the devil's got me in a cloud of rain. Got me feeling like I wanna throw it all away. So I take a look in the mirror so I can see a bit clearer. I see a warrior, a chosen one to bear through the storm. Oh, I'll fight for the rest of my life. You haven't seen the best of me yet. Oh, my life, I give to you. I'll do what you want me to. Me too, girl. Me too. But it's okay. You know, it's part of the journey. I have other channels. This channel is specifically, it's called Bible Time. So it's dedicated to spending time in the Word. I'm trying to keep myself accountable and spending time with God every single day. So this channel is also helping me do that. I'm like going live every day and reading the Word with you guys. But I have other channels too that are actually focused on my music. So if you want to go follow one of those channels, like Little Rain, that's how it's spelled, Little Rain. It might not pop up though just by looking that up. You probably have to put in Davina Shea as well with that. And that channel is dedicated to my Christian music. Well, there's other songs on there too, because at the end of the day, I am human and I do experience other things. So I do have other songs on there too, not just Christian. Thank you. Please join me. I am trying to do a better job at evangelizing and sharing the word with others. And honestly, even if there's just one person that sits in here with me and listens to the word with me, then I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Because we're all called to the Great Commission. We're all called to share Jesus with other people, share the gospel. And so even if there's just one person that sits in here with me and listens to the word, then that's a successful live stream. It is. And I hope that in this time that we spend together, that you guys do feel edified, that the word of the Lord speaks to you. Yesterday's reading, we talked about how you can hear the word, but if you don't understand it, if you don't receive it, if it doesn't take root in you, then it does nothing for you. So if there's anything that we can discuss together, if you want me to Google something while we're sitting here reading and being like, you know what, I don't understand what you just said, fine, no worries. Sometimes I don't even understand what I just said. And I will Google it. Like yesterday, it was talking about leavened bread, and I was like, what does that even mean? And so I looked it up, and it was a reference to sin penetrating you. So we're all learning here. Thank you, Stephanie. I hope to see you on the stream. I'm actually not going to stream tomorrow because it's Easter, and I'm going to, I read the Bible on my own on days that I don't go to church, right? Because I think you have to tend to your spiritual life, so it's important to be in the Word every day. So I don't spend this time on days that I go to church because I go to church, and I spend that time with the Lord then. Still pray on my own though, but I get edified at church and I listen to the verses, and of course it's important for me to listen to other people because I don't know everything. I certainly don't. I'm learning. I'm learning every day. So I like to listen to other people, other pastors, and find out meanings and get interpretations and stuff. Oh, okay, Briley. Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm glad that you've joined me. Yes, of course. I will call you Briley from here on out. Thank you, thank you. Well, yeah, I'm glad you stumbled across this live stream, and I'm glad we had a chance to read the word together and spend a little time and do a little singing. Because, you know, they do that in church too. We do worship service. I haven't incorporated myself into a church here in this new city that I'm in yet, but back home I sang at church, and I love that. I didn't love getting up at 7:30 to be there for practice, but I was like doing it for the Lord. But all right, guys, that wraps up my stream for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for listening to the word with me. If there's any way that I can pray for you, please let me know in the comments. Oh, yep, girl, I remember those days. I do. I didn't like that either. And I'm oh no. Don't cry, don't cry. But I already read my chapter for today. Okay, well, talk to me for a second. What are you doing for Easter? Now we're just gonna be like on a FaceTime. And you know, Briley, if there's any way that I can pray for you and your family, please let me know. Probably sleep. Well, okay. The after church nap is a real thing. It is a real thing. There's nothing that makes you more tired than A, eating or going to church. I don't know what it is. But I love me some after church naps. Yeah, absolutely. I will pray that you have the absolute best day today for Easter, that you get to have a good time with your family. You're welcome. But okay. And I didn't see Jay in my comments today, but if Jay comes across this video, I want Jay to know that I also prayed that the right people would come into your life as well. During my prayer session yesterday, I did pray that. I know how important it is to surround yourself with people that have the Holy Spirit. Who is Jay? I haven't met Jay, but Jay was in my live stream yesterday and mentioned that they wanted to have more Holy Spirit filled people surrounding them, that they were surrounding themselves with the wrong kinds of people and getting surrounded by a lot of temptation. That can be difficult. That can be difficult at any age, trying to surround yourself with the right people. The people you surround yourself with affect a lot, and they can either bring you closer to God or take you farther away. It is difficult. It's difficult all the time. I try to surround myself with the right people. I mean, not to say that I'm perfect, right? None of us are. We all sin. We are all sinners. We're just doing the best that we can. But there are certainly people that try to bring you down instead of lift you up. And unfortunately, in this world, the way things are going, you will sooner find somebody ready to kick you down the stairs rather than help you up them. That's just the way it is these days. So I'll pray that for you too, Bradley, that you find good people to surround yourself with, people that bring you closer to God and not further away from Him. But alrighty, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you not tomorrow because it's Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Sometimes, you gotta work. I actually have to work tomorrow too, but I don't have to work until the evening. So thankfully, I'm still able to go to church, but yeah, sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do. And I know that the Lord understands. Well, here's what I'll do. If you want, I am actually going to go live stream on my Little Rain channel. because I'm going to be, do you guys know about diamond painting? One of my friends introduced me to that, and I just got a couple. My dad gifted me some, and so I actually have a little diamond painting. So basically what you do is that you take these little like pebbles that they give you and you use them to paint the picture that you have. Okay, hold on. I'll go get it. Be right back, guys. Ooh. Okay. This is a diamond painting. Oh, I don't know where my little pebbles are right now. I need to go find them. But anyway, so like this, if you can make out the picture, it's a cross, the hands, some doves, some roses. And so basically I'll have like this little tool and I'll take the little pebbles and I'll fill it in. Like it has a guide right here that tells you what colors you put where. Yeah. So, if you want to go catch me on my Little Rain channel, I'm actually going to do a live stream of that. And we're just going to be listening to some Christian music. I'm going to like run a little playlist and, you know, play some of my fave songs. And actually, I'll ask people like what songs they're listening to because I'm always down to add some new stuff on my playlist. I'm actually working on trying to build a Christian workout playlist because I need some hype songs. You know what I mean? To like get me going when I'm trying to work out. Yeah. Look it up and join me. That'll be my next stream. That's where I'm going to right now. I don't think I can like comment while I'm in the live stream. Okay. What am I doing? I have another device here. Let me go and pull up my Little Rain channel and I'll put it in the comments. This is the channel where I have my music and stuff too. So if you guys want to check out my music, you can see it there. All right, hold on. Here's my live. You can see it there. All right, hold on. Let me turn that down because that's going to throw me off. Okay, Briley, I just commented. Sorry, I didn't even mention that the handle is the band Little Rain, but there you go. That's the channel I'll be going on live next. I have to go. Could you show me real quick before I gotta go? Yeah, it's right there. I commented using the channel. Did you see it? It's called the band Little Rain. Yes. Thank you. All right, cool. But yeah, I'll go live on that a little bit later. I'm actually... Bye, Briley. Have a good day. I'll see you next time as well. But yeah, so for anybody else that wants to continue hanging out with me, yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good Easter too. I wish that for everybody. I hope everybody has a fantastic Easter. Let's all remember what we're celebrating: Jesus' life, his death, his resurrection, him saving us from our sins. And I will be going live on the other channel that I just posted. If anybody wants to continue to hang out with me, I'm going to be doing some diamond painting, and we're going to be listening to my current favorite Christian songs right now. But before I do that, I am going to go eat because your girl is hungry. So I'm going to go get some lunch, and then I'll stream later. But yeah, so bye guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And you guys have been great. Thanks for spending this time with me. Thanks for listening to the word of the Lord. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys again on this channel on Monday. Okay, bye.